That's me right there, running my first ever 5K. But next year, I came to the race with two goals, to run a PR or to win. But wait, let me show you how I got here. 2025 11th annual Fit DC Fresh Start 5K, a race I've competed in every New Year's Day for 2 years with thousands of people from across DC in attendance. Last year, I sold this race, running 27 minutes, basically a 9-minute mile. So the question is, how fast would I really run? I spent the summer and fall training participating in cross country, finishing with a PR of 18:10, even breaking my school's 11-year freshman 5K record and going to the Nike Cross Regionals. Going to the winter season, though, I knew this would be my last shot to hit sub 18. After looking at last year's Fresh Start 5K times, I knew I had a shot at first place and began to document my preparation. December 17th, exactly 2 weeks before the race. I started my preparation the week before winter break at practice with an easy
Easy run
3-mile
today.
run since I had a track
Yeah.
meet coming up. Thursday the 19th, a week and a half before the race. My team had a track meet and I ran the mile. The race went very well and I got myself a 25-second personal best running 5 minutes and 20 seconds. This made me feel very confident of how I was going to do in the 5K race. Winter break, December 23rd to the 27th. I traveled to California to go see my family, and while getting there, I unfortunately got sick and couldn't run for 4 days, leaving me with only a week to get ready for the race. I was making sure to stretch and recover as best as I could, but obviously I lost a lot of fitness. It lost most of my confidence for being able to do well in the 5K. Christmas, I got my race day shoes that I used to run in the race. Saturday the 28th, 4 days before the race. I felt somewhat better and felt like my body was ready to start training again. I made sure to eat a healthy breakfast of oatmeal and pancakes. I then ran for 15 minutes as a warm up on the treadmill, stretched, and did 4 accelerations, which I was not ready for. I did some static stretches and core to end off. I had to use my race day shoes, unfortunately, since I left my training shoes at home. The workout hurt a lot, and I felt like I should stop, but I was set on hitting both of my goals and gained some confidence back. Sunday the 29th, 3 days before the race. I did a 15-minute warm-up jog, dynamic stretches, and then a 30-minute easy run with a 4-minute cooldown at the end. I ran for about 50 minutes and then lastly did some static stretches with core. I felt better than yesterday and was excited because I was slowly getting my fitness back. I ate a lot of protein and carbs. Monday the 30th, 2 days before the race. I decided to not run at all today and just enjoy spending time with my family. If I were to run today, I was going to do a shakeout run, but rescheduled it to the day before the race. I slept very well though, about 8.5 hours. Tuesday the 31st, the day before the race. I had to wake up at 4 a.m. very early to get to the airport. I was very jet lagged and traveled all day, but eventually got home around 6 p.m. Even though I was very tired, I made sure to do my shakeout run, which I did for about 10 minutes. I also did dynamic stretches, static stretches, and some hip stretches since I was sitting down a lot and had some tight hips. After that, I took an ice bath to relax my muscles. January 1st, the race. I had decent sleep, about 7 hours. I had some oatmeal and pancakes for breakfast for the carbs and protein. I was just trying to relax and not focus and think too much about the race and let nerves get to me. I got to the race and it was very packed. I saw a couple of people that I knew and said hi to them and wished them luck in the race. I did a 10-minute warm up and did some dynamic stretches. I put my race day shoes on and my bib and made sure to get to the very front of the start line. I felt pretty good. The race started. I made sure to get out very quickly and was first for a little bit. About 10 people got out very fast and were in front of me, and I knew some of them were going to die out in a couple minutes, so I stayed back and tried to run at the pace I knew I could run. My heart rate was weirdly high at the very start, which wasn't a good sign, but didn't give it too much mind. I was feeling pretty good 5 minutes into the race and was about 8th place in the race. I was feeling a little tired at this point and made sure to get some water from a water station and try to lock in. My first mile split was 6 minutes and 3 seconds. That is slower than sub 18, which meant that I needed to pick it up during the second and third mile. It was the turnback of the race, which is about 1.25 miles in. I started feeling sore and cramping up and got a cramp in my knee. I was feeling bad. This wasn't good. I started getting thoughts like I should have gone out slower, or I should have looked at my heart rate and tried to lower it down when I could. I tried to keep running to the best of my abilities. Even though I was feeling bad, I knew I couldn't give up and quit the race. Not this early, at least. I got to the 2 mile mark where I was at 12:34, a 6:30 mile, way behind sub 18. I was starting to realize that the purpose of this video was me not trying to break sub 18, but about something bigger. More on that later. Back to the race. I knew I couldn't give up. People were passing me, and there was a little wind pushing me back, but I didn't give up. At this point, I'm hobbling over and cramping even more in my knee. I was hurting so bad, but I knew I had to finish. I was just counting down the last mile and soaked in the crowds as much as I could. I made sure nobody passed me and tried my best to catch up to people, but I just couldn't. I ran the third mile at 6:54, which would have made my time at 19:28 in the 5K. But the 5K is a little extra than 3 miles, making my time 20:17 and got 24th place overall. But got first in my age division, 11 to 14. Even though I didn't do the best I could do or accomplish any of my goals, the race was still very fun and I learned something. I learned that sometimes life isn't going to go your way every single time, and everything happens for a reason. I thought of how sometimes you aren't going to achieve your goals every time, and you should just mainly focus on the present and bettering yourself in the future and working on yourself. Anyways, I finished the race and was so dead after. I was so glad to be finally done. I made sure to drink a ton of water, do some static stretches, and took a hot shower. I also did this recovery station they had at the race where they put these compression boots on your legs and air pressurized all over throughout your legs. It was very cool.
Yeah.
Sometimes life throws curveballs at you, and you need to be ready for that. I clearly wasn't ready for it, and I thought that I was going to do so well in
My
this
knees
race
started
and get a
cramping up.
sub 18 or win the race, but neither of those things happened. I think I was a little too locked in during the race, so I should have just eased up a little bit and been more happy. I was kind of upset that I didn't achieve these goals and my training went to basically nothing. This isn't true. Remember, don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. The next race is next year. Wish me luck. If you guys made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. I love you sincerely. Um, Make sure to like and subscribe. Uh, a new video, a vlog will be coming out very soon, like in a couple days when you see this video. It's about my state championship, so be tuned for that. Anyways, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.